Normally when taxi drivers ask me what I do, I kind of say I do animation, then I make music. It's difficult. I always feel a bit guilty saying I'm a musician. I always kind of categorise myself as a visual artist first, just because I've been doing it longer. But yeah, I would say I'm a musician that does visual art as well. Yamaha DJX keyboard that I got when I was about 15, recording straight into my dad's hi-fi on the cassette deck in the living room, and used to have to put up post-it notes and signs saying recording, do not enter, because I had to do it in one take. And yeah, back in the day when you just had to do everything live. And I used to masking tape down notes in the keyboard to do arpeggios and make whole synth lines live in one go. I think I've always tried to automate things in a way, because I'm not much of a pianist or a keyboard player. I got piano lessons when I was younger, but I was never very good at it. I used to tape the piano teacher on my dad's little cassette player and learn all the songs by ear, because I couldn't read music. I didn't have the hand-eye coordination to read music and then play it, but I could do it by ear. I could sort of listen to him play it and then copy it, but in later life that was quite a good thing to have. But yeah, just sort of it was more intuitive, just fuck around until it sounds good. And it's the same with my visual art. It's just mess about with stuff until it works, and not be too caught up with the numbers or what it looks like on screen. It should work. If it sounds good, then that's means it's good. Years ago, I did a gig at the art school with Anthony Child Surgeon, and he had a music easel, and it was like an ambient thing, ambient, and it just sounded amazing. I was on before him and I was playing off my laptop, and then he came on and it was just really incredibly loud and defined, and I was like, oh, I want to do stuff like that, because I'd never heard anything like that before, and it had this real presence to it, like an electric guitar. It felt more like a rock concert, even though it was electronic. It just had this presence. And then my pal Jamie Greer, he had built his DIY Modular, and Alex from Hyperdub. I remember Alex trying to explain modular synthesis in Hyperdub one time, and I was like, why spend all this money on bits? I was like, I've got a computer that can do that. But then obviously, as time went on, I really kind of discovered the power of it and how versatile it was to start to make your own systems and experiment with that way of working. But yeah, I think I just got older and I kind of realised the possibilities of how powerful it all was. It initially started off as a attempt at making a music easel, like a booklet, because I'd always, after that surgeon gig, I'd always wanted a booklet music easel, but they were always a bit too expensive. So I was chatting to a friend, my mate Rich, who's a massive Serge fan. So he basically just went, well, if you want a music easel, you're gonna need this, the kind of basic architecture of it, like 2 oscillators, a wave multiplier, a low pass gate, a bit of random, and that, yeah, the random voltage, and that's kind of the gist of a music easel. It was like, cool. And then Mylar Melodies, he had that video, and that was great. That was like, ah, right, okay, I can do this. And for like 2/3 of the price of a music easel. But then it obviously just started to get bigger and bigger, and made a general all-in-one techno box that does like drums, samples, and then granular synths, then some like a DX7, and then more granular and random. Yeah, I just wanted to make like a really all-round techno box that can do everything. Yeah, I kind of broke down a few of my older album tracks into kind of loops, and then worked out what key they were in and the tempo, and then I just improvise some quantized random voltage from PAMs that I'd offset and attenuate with that. So basically it was like a DIY sequencer that I knew what key it was in, and then I could just improvise sequences over the top and transpose it when I wanted to. But I still don't really know how to clock the sampler properly. So the loops were going, and then the synth line would drift out quite a lot. But then I kind of liked it because it felt like an acoustic set. So there's been moments at gigs where everything just slowly goes out of time, like a Jeff Mills DJ set, and then I'm bringing it back in and then restarting it, and yeah, it's good fun. Like, it's chaotic and it's scary, but when it works, it's really good. It's a nice buzz when it all kind of just works. Yeah, this is a patch that I just got working last night. It only really works with music, but yeah, it's a kind of feedback. Again, a lot of the thought behind that patch is really similar to how I would make something in the modular. There's a big crossover in terms of using noise and attenuation, and the signal path in TouchDesigner is really similar to how CV moves about a modular system. Because it's quite funny, I was down at Instro a few months ago giving them a little TouchDesigner introduction, and I just saw the cogs moving in Jason's head, and I saw it click when I just described the signal flow in TouchDesigner is really similar to how CV moves about a modular system, and he was like, okay, I get it now. And you're just like massaging values and getting them into ranges that work. But yeah, I could probably just kind of turn it on and get it going. Yeah.